every other phase of the game of ice hockey, Team Canada, the best. More first-rounders, and what they did, 41-4, dominant, does not begin to describe how thoroughly they controlled this tournament. How in the world does Team USA match up with Canada?
Well, I mean, Team USA has a lot of terrific players as well. I mean, they have 9 first-rounders themselves. The Canadians have 19. Obviously, it's a year where, because of the NHL situation, the Canadian kids that may normally be in the NHL, they have a chance to play in this tournament. They have been terrific. There is little room to play against Team Canada in this tournament. They've got 6 first-round picks on the back end. If you get to that defense, they've got guys coming back checking really hard. There's the gap control is great. There's not a lot of room. And then when you get near the net, Devin Levi has been terrific in goal. So it's a real challenge for Team USA. What I would say going in is that they have to start on time for sure. Nate Lehman talked about that a little bit, that they need to start better. They definitely need to start better against Team Canada. Team Canada has been able to really get out in front of teams in this tournament and play with a big lead. The USA has to come out, have a good, strong first period, not be intimidated, get out of that first period in the game, and then you play from there. That's the way the game plan has to be.
I was trying to support EJ. This is the amount of time that Canada's trailed in the tournament. Zero.
Yes.
And they were tied less than 20 minutes. Tonight's game, in the semis, the game was tied for less than a minute. This is your goalie matchup. If you're a Florida Panthers fan, you're like, hey, these two guys are ours.
Yeah.
First rounder on the right, guy on the left, the 7th rounder. If that's a 7th round goalie, then Dominik Hasek, well, he was.
He was.
So there you go. I have been so intrigued by that element of this story. Yeah, you got all these first rounders, and despite the loss of Kirby Dach, this Team Canada unit has come together and played well. The biggest question mark was their net minding. It's an exclamation point now. This kid has been dazzling. How?
Yeah, he's been really good. Well, first of all, he's playing behind a terrific team that gives him goal support and a terrific defense. Like I say, I mean, that defense really drives the bus for a great team. So when teams come over the blue line and challenge the Canadian zone, he's only looking at one option because the defenders and the back checkers have taken away all the other options that an opponent will have. So he can get himself squared up and focused on the shooter, and he's been able to just eat things up. He has not given out a lot of rebounds. I really like that about him, that he's been able to hold on to pucks, get a face-off, they get reset. Team Canada doesn't give you a lot to begin with, and the way that you can maybe score on them at even strength, and they've given up 0 goals at even strength in this tournament, is to get second and third chance opportunities.
Can you please say that again?
Canada has not given up an even strength goal in this tournament, which is kind of an amazing stat. But for Team USA, you mentioned they have a good power play. And again, if they can get off to a good start in the game, stay even, maybe get some power play time. If they can get ahead of Team Canada in the game and play with a lead, now all of a sudden things are a little different, but it will be a very difficult task because the Canadians are just a terrific team. Watching them play, like I say, there's just no gap. There's no room. You get an opportunity, you better act on it because the back checker's coming, the defender's standing you up. You better make things happen quick. But these American kids, they play with the Canadian kids growing up now. They know them. They're not intimidated by them. I can go back 25, 30 years, and you see Team USA play Team Canada, and the American kids were just intimidated. The Canadians were better and stronger, and the American kids seemed to feel it. That's not the case anymore. So we will see how it plays out tomorrow night. Should be a lot of fun.
You got